But for now, let's connect with Timotheo Kipnusu, who is on standby in Uasin Gishu County. Timothy Kipnusu, good morning. What's the latest from the county?
Many thanks indeed, my colleagues JJ Kioria, Victor Olo, and Jen Wamboi back there at the broadcasting house in Nairobi. Yes, indeed, I'm still preaching camp here in Uasin Gishu County, the county number 027. Just to understand the process of tallying of votes, and at Rift Valley Technical Training Institute. This is the Anakoi Constituency Tallying Center. As you can see behind me, the exercise of tallying of the votes from this particular constituency is ongoing. We have made to understand this particular exercise has been very slow. As we speak, some of the polling stations are still bringing in the ballot boxes that are that involve the casting of the vote from those particular tallying, those particular stations. And earlier on, I was in a Tarbo constituency tallying center, that is Uasin Gishu primary or high school, and of course also the process is still continuing. It is very slow. Remember, Tarbo constituency is one of the constituencies that has the highest number of those that are registered as voters, 120,202. And just to paint a picture about this particular process, my colleague, a senior reporter, that is Eric Biegon, has been pitching camp in this particular constituency, and he understands so many issues that are happening here. What do you make of this exercise, Biegon, bearing in mind that Kenyans are waiting different parts of the country to get to understand what is happening with the counting of votes or tallying of the votes?
First, Kipnusu, I think we should apologize to our viewers, because when we came here at 3 a.m., we told them that most likely we would be having a recurrency in flow of results. But you notice that since 3 a.m. we haven't had so much since we gave that update. And even when you look back right now, we have the returning officer here for INAB Koi Constituency Tallying Center. And basically they are getting so busy now because even though we had anticipated that at that time they were going to be busy to giving us results, the results delayed a bit, and then now from I think around 30 minutes ago, then they started coming in, and now they are updating. They are now announcing new results that are coming from various polling centers. Like for example, in this constituency with 125 polling stations, only 25 have made it to the tallying center. That tells you we have 100 more polling stations to go. And imagining from midnight to morning, having done 25, you can imagine how many hours we will need to do another 100 polling stations. In essence, Kipnusu, what I'm saying is we will still be here waiting to hear from the IEBC, getting those verification forms as to where we are currently in Uasin Gishu as far as the election that was done yesterday is concerned. So it is so hard to say where we are at the moment, but like we gave an update at around 3 a.m. we spoke to officers from the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, and they did confirm that going by the flow of information from the results they had received, then it shows that turnout here in Uasin Gishu is between 73 and 75%. But results will give us a clear picture, which, as you see, from 25, we do not have enough.
And perhaps also all eyes are focused on those candidates who are vying this particular election. Of course, we understand William Chepkut is one of the candidates in this particular constituency who is trying to defend his seat, and of course also the gubernatorial position. What do you make of the results? Already we know, we understand that some of the incumbents have not made it. based on the provisional results, and bearing in mind that this is the political bedrock of William Samoei Arap Ruto.
Yeah, it's important that you mention that this is the political bedrock of Deputy President William Ruto. Ruto is going for presidency, and of course, going higher means the stakes are very high, and so he has upped the game, unlike the previous elections in 2013 and 2017, where we had a bit of independent candidates having their way. This time he has urged the supporters, look, I'm going for the highest office. I also need people to back me up. That is in the Senate, that is in the National Assembly, which includes members of Parliament and bringing on board members of the National Assembly, including the women rep. So what we are seeing here is a trend where the message by the DP to have UDA candidates voted for in this region resonating well. I think the supporters here have backed the sentiments by the DP that we need candidates primarily from UDA in Parliament, and that is a trend here. We've seen candidates like Chep Kut, who was the incumbent member of Parliament here. He isn't doing so well. We may see Chep Konga coming back. Remember, he was defeated by Chep Kut, who stood on an independent ticket. So, by and large, the stakes were upped a bit, given that Deputy President William Ruto is no longer going for that position, just going for the highest position and urging his supporters that I need people to back me up. Then independent candidates may not have so much in this race.
And very important that you've mentioned, because remember, just before the deadline of the election, the Kenya Kwanza Brigade launched an onslaught on the independent wave, bearing in mind that the last year general election, there are a number of them made it to Parliament. And as we're speaking, the current member of Parliament in the hometown of William Samoei Arap Ruto, Janet Citiene, is on the lead based on the provisional results. And also very important to notice that the independent candidate who made it in the last year general election, that is Swarap Mishram from nearby constituency, that is Kases constituency, from the provisional results also, it's like he has been knocked out from this particular race. And very important to note, Jane Victor, together with Kioria, is that this constituency in Koi, or rather Keses, Kapseret, of course, also have Moiben and Tarbo, the sixth constituency here in Uasin Gishu County. We will be keen, or Kenyans will be keen to understand how William Ruto will be faring in this particular election. And of course, William Ruto, who is the Kenya Kwanza flag bearer, he set the pace by waking up very early in the morning at 6 a.m. and cast his vote in Kosachei Primary School. Remember, he is number 491 according to the register of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. And to have a feel of the situation here, I want to engage the returning officer just to get to tell us about how the exercise is going on, how the process is going on, and how much time is we are going to wait to get the results. But I made to understand he's a bit busy now. We will engage her later once she is done with the exercise of announcing the results. And therefore, my colleague JJ Kioria, together with Victor Olo and Jen Wamboi, we will be telling you when she is ready to talk to us. Remember, it will be very nice for us to hear from her in regards to the preparation or the announcement of the results, or tallying of the results here in Anapkoi constituency. In a bit, I will be heading to Tarbo constituency, that is Uasin Gishu High School, the constituency tallying center for Tarbo, the constituency for William Samoei Arap Ruto. But from us here, our senior reporter Eric Biogon, I, Timothy Gipnoso, together with my cameraman Jotham Batia, it's back to you in studio, Victor Lo, JJ Kioria, and Jane Wamboi.
describe the mood of residents in this county? Obviously, knowing the stakes involved, that Deputy President William Ruto comes from this county and is a major stakeholder in this election. How is the mood in Eldoret?
Kioria, the mood in this particular area is everything is going on as usual. It's like people are becoming mature as time goes by. There's no anxiety. There's just a bit of anxiety of waiting to understand how the results pans out. But people are actually continuing with their businesses. We've been in before we came here in Rift Valley Technical Training Institute. It is actually not far from where I was. That is a terrible constituency Tallying center that the Uasin Gishu. Everything is quite well. The only thing is that people are kept waiting to understand the fate of a number of leaders who were in this race in this particular county.
All right, thank you very much. Timothy Kipnusu, we'll be coming back to you later, obviously, to give us an update on some of the results you're talking about, including in Moiben, Tarbo, as well as Keses and the other constituencies inside Uasin Gishu County. Thank you for now. Let's move.